The world is a vampire. All right. All right. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Munderground News. We're going to get some underground news right now. Apparently, freaking Paul Manafort was kicked off a plane. We're going to get into that, the first story. But right here, the headlines. Gas prices are shooting through the roof. All right. And they're talking about these stimulus checks. I think the only thing to talk about now is how much these stimulus checks are going to be for. So I read 800 the other day. Now they're saying 400. Of course, they're going to whittle it down to have it be like nothing. Oh, shit. Let me just go over to the Drudge right here. All right, so we have Putin's defense minister vanishing. I want to see what's going on with that. We have a witch hunt among inner circle of Russians. The top advisor quits and he flees. An ally warns of nuclear dystopia. The Russian troops are turning on each other. It's a freaking shit show. Squads ordered to kill deserting soldiers. 40,000 killed, wounded, captured, or MIA. Losses exceed Soviet losses in Afghanistan. Hellscape in Mariupol. Inside rare meeting with general in Moscow. Poland is expelling dozens of pretending to be. Poland expels dozens pretending to be diplomats. Zelensky asked Biden not to sanction Abramovich to facilitate peace talks. USA formally declares war crimes. Biden huddles with key allies in Brussels and Warsaw. NATO to bolster troops in Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, Slovakia. Mysterious satellite hack has victims far beyond Ukraine. We're going to see what's up with that hack on the satellite. Gas prices are going through the roof. Stimulus checks next. Now they're saying $100 monthly. That's not going to cover it. $100? I thought it was $800. Then it was $400. Now it's $100. Okay, Paul Manafort has been dragged off a plane in Miami. He was going to Dubai. Apparently, the whole shit show was over a revoked passport. This is over on K News. New York, former Donald Trump presidential campaign chair and once convicted felon Paul Manafort was removed from a Miami flight bound for Dubai on March 20th. Manafort was convicted in federal court of tax and bank fraud and ordered to serve a term in prison. He was released May 2020 and pardoned by the Trump administration before he left office in December 2020. Officials with Miami-Dade police confirmed to News.com that Manafort was denied travel by the Customs and Border Protection at Miami International Airport. Police said he could not take flight and his U.S. passport was revoked. Miami-Dade police stressed they were not involved in the situation and there was no further incident. Customs and Border Protection declined to comment. U.S. and Border Protection is unable to discuss individuals' arrival or departure into or from the United States. The flight was scheduled to leave at 9:10 p.m. and left at 9:45. It arrived at Dubai at 9:50 p.m. local time on March 21st. A Republican-led Senate group found that Manafort was a grave counterintelligence threat. He had long-standing ties to people affiliated with Russia intelligence and had a willingness to share information with them during the 2016 presidential race. The panel found that Manafort's presence on the campaign created opportunities for Russian intelligence to have influence over and acquire information about the Trump campaign. I don't know what's up with this Paul Manafort guy. I don't know what's up with this guy doing shady Russian deals. Flying to Dubai carrying revoked passport. Large tornado has struck New Orleans, causing a serious damage. Wow, I didn't see this. The National Guard is being sent to New Orleans. This is over on the AP News. Associated Press. Louisiana, twister carved destruction in mere moments. So the destruction Wednesday. So was this yesterday? Array, Louisiana, a powerful tornado took mere seconds to rip off roofs and destroy homes as it chiseled a path of destruction through New Orleans area neighborhood where one man died, residents said Wednesday as they picked through the wreckage and mourned their neighbor. Tuesday night's tornado, so it happened last night, in the Arabi community of St. Bernard Parish, sprung from a storm system blamed for earlier tornadoes in Texas that killed a woman north of Dallas and prompted Governor Greg Abbott to declare a disaster in 16 counties. It also spawned a tornado that touched down in the Lacombe area of St. Tammany Parish, causing damage to eastern New Orleans, and was blamed for torrential rain and a building almost coming down in Alabama. My neighbor died. Why did it spare us? Michael Balitimont said Wednesday afternoon. He, his wife, their two sons, his father, and their dog took refuge in a closet under a stairwell when the tornado hit. The amount of shaking that was going on in the house for that small time frame was phenomenal. He added that the destruction was all over in the time it took him to say four Hail Marys. Half the roof was gone. The house where his neighbor, 25-year-old Connor Lambert, had lived was gone. Lambert's body was found amid the debris. St. Bernard Parish Coroner's Office said he died of multiple blunt force injuries. News outlets said Lambert had grown up in St. Bernard Parish and was an engineer at the Stennis Space Center in nearby Mississippi. Governor John Bell Edwards declared an emergency in St. Bernard, New Orleans. Jefferson St. Tammany parishes. After flying over the area Wednesday, he walked the streets in Arabi, greeting storm victims. It's awfully sad because the destruction is so devastating. The good news is most of your neighbors outside of this narrow swath, they're able to help. In front of her roofless home, a woman told Edwards she, her husband, and their 1-year-old son took refuge in the bathroom as the tornado bore down. We just dropped down, and he jumped off the top. We just dropped down, and he jumped on top of us, covering our son. Oh, here's a YouTube.
It's huge. Oh my god, oh, that's crazy. Look at it.
It's blue.
Okay. Do you see it?
Oh.
All right, so picture just like kind of storm clouds, and then off in the distance, there's like an electrical storms happening. Things are going out. It's not a tornado that's like up. This video isn't an up close thing at all. And then it goes bam, and then there's all kinds of cars flipped over, all kinds of damage. It's giving me something to read here. The authorities in the suburban parish and multiple other people were okay. So authorities in suburban parish said multiple other people were injured, and rescue workers were searching for more people who needed help.
That's across the street from us, about 2 lots down. These are empty lots, not much missing there. I believe that's bits of our carport in the electric wires.
Okay, powerful utility was working to restore electricity in the area, so they're still out of power. 9,000 customers have been impacted.
These 2 trees are gone. Everyone's fences are gone.
Everyone's fences are gone. One of the destroyed homes belonged to Jibri Brown, who had not spent the night there. She had started moving her belongings into the White House Saturday. Wait. What? One of the destroyed houses belonged to Jybri Brown, who had not spent the night there. She had started moving her belongings into the White House Saturday and spent Tuesday having her TVs mounted. They're still on the walls, but the house around them is mangled and knocked off its foundation. Wait. What are you talking about, the White House? It took me a year to find my perfect house, said Brown, an ICU nurse. She gestured towards the wreckage. This is my perfect house. Wait, what's up with the White House? What'd you say? She had started moving her belongings into the White House Saturday. She had started moving her belongings into the White House Saturday. And then they don't tell me what the hell they're talking about? The National Weather Service said the Arabi damage was caused by a tornado of a EF3 strength, meaning it had winds of 158 to 206 miles an hour, while the La Combre area twister was an EF1 with winds as strong as 90 miles an hour. Television stations broadcast live images as the storm damaged an area about 2 miles long and a half mile wide in St. Bernard Parish, where Oshner Heath said 8 patients were treated in the emergency department. From the air, the Arabi twister path reflected a tight swath of homes and were roofless or reduced to splinters. The wreckage line interrupted in spots where the tornado apparently skipped over buildings. Outside that destruction, homes appeared intact. 300 National Guard personnel were dispatched to clear the roads and provide support. The Arabi is near New Orleans, lower 9th Ward. Like that New Orleans neighborhood, it was wrecked by Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and hit hard again when Hurricane Ida swept through last year. Beaumont said he and his family had lived in Arabi when Katrina hit. They moved away but returned a few years ago just to get hit again. He said there was much new construction in the area owing to a parish government push encouraging more development. It just keeps getting louder and louder. Her house and Jeep were damaged. Other fared worse. Our neighbor's house is in the middle of the street right now. A couple inside the home emerged from the wreckage seeking to help rescue their daughter, who was on a breathing machine and trapped inside, neighbors and authorities said. St. Bernard Parish President Guy McInnes later said the girl was doing fine. Lauren Newport wasn't at her Arabi home when the tornado hit Tuesday night, but her partner and their 2-year-old daughter were hiding in the bathroom. They emerged unharmed, but blue sky was visible Wednesday where the roof had ripped off. I know it will be months before I'm able to come back to my house. As the storm front moved eastward, an apparent twister shredded a metal building and shattered windows east of Mobile Bay. The Weather Service reported more than 8 inches of rainfall in the central Alabama city of Sylacauga overnight. The roofs of several homes were damaged in Toxie, Alabama, where tornado warnings were issued. The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency said a dozen counties had damage to homes and 2 were injured, apparently. The vicious weather hit Texas on Monday, with several tornadoes reported along the Interstate 35 corridor. In Elgin, broken trees lined the rural roads and pieces of metal hung from the branches as residents stepped gingerly through the mess. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said 10 people were injured by storms in the Crockett area, while more than a dozen were reportedly hurt elsewhere. The Grayston County Emergency Management Office said a 73-year-old woman was killed in Sherwood Shores, about 60 miles north of Dallas, but provided no details. Okay, so there was a tornado last night, and then it hit New Orleans and Texas. Okay, gas prices are going through the roof. Madeleine Albright dead at 84. Madeleine Albright is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Madeleine Albright is dead. First female Secretary of State is dead. She fled the Nazis and then the communists. Hillary Clinton tests positive for the Karachi 19. Karachi 19. Oh. Hillary Clinton is testing positive for the COVID-19. Republican representative says the Don asked him to rescind 20 election. Remove Biden, call special election. 100 House GOPers to co-host fundraiser for Cheney challenger. Lawmaker says Pennsylvania should move to a 4-day work week. The New York Police Department has been sued over DNA database that contains genetic profiles. Cops contractor working at Navy SEAL Museum tried to steal ballistic vest worn during Bin Laden raid. The global bond plunges, wipes out $2.6 trillion, exceeding losses of financial crisis. Hold it now. This is now the worst drawdown on record for global fixed income. Global bond markets have suffered unprecedented losses since peaking last year. Central banks, including the Federal Reserve, look to tighten policy to combat surging inflation. The Bloomberg Global Aggregate Index, a benchmark for government and corporate debt total returns, has fallen 11% from a high in January 2021. That's the biggest decline from a peak in data stretching back to 1990, surpassing 10.8% drawdown during the financial crisis in 2008. It equates to a drop in the index market value of about $2.6 trillion, worse than about $2 trillion in 2008. While there were signs the brutal sell-off was easing Wednesday, rising inflationary pressure around the world is fueling concerns about the ability of the global economy to weather any sustained period of higher financing costs. For investors, it means the allure of holding debt, even safe government bonds, is diminishing given how sensitive valuations are to interest rates, a measure referred to as duration. The safe haven attributes to treasuries have been undermined when one adds duration risk to the equation. That's how a blow to money managers accustomed to years of constant gains, backstopped by loose monetary policy. The slump also poses a particular threat to the expanding elderly population in many major economies, given retirees are often heavily reliant on fixed income investments. The Fed raised interest rates by 25 basis points last week. The chair, Jerome Powell, said this week is prepared to increase them by a half percentage point, and its next meeting is needed. A hawkish tone prompted traders to rapidly ratchet up estimates for how aggressively the Fed will tighten monetary policy this year. All right. Are we at 5 on 5 here? Sorry, I didn't check in. I'm sorry I did not check in here, guys. What's going on? What's up, Justin Incredible? Sherelle Snow? Scissors and Roberta Singer? And David Ducambi? David Ducambi is here, guys. What's up, Access to Christ? Let me see. Tiffany is here. El Fuego is here. Jessica Campbell is here. All right, what's going on? Let's get all these highs. Get them out of here. May Brandon to them. What? I seen videos of the tornado. It was very severe. Maybe Brando opened the White House to them. New campaign. Come on, man. What's up, Justin? They jumped in the bathroom, saved them both. Hey. Jim, if you know you're gonna roll live, set a reminder. It doesn't work. I do. I say I go and I say that I'm coming on, but so like basically within the hour it should come up. I mean, as far as reminders and everything, you're probably not gonna get one. Because the reminders come on when I say I set up a live stream. Hello, James, and other kindred spirits in the live chat. Mike Heavyheart is here, guys. Mike Heavyheart. I've been so worried. Hey, stop worrying and press the thumbs up button. Yeah, Madeline Albright is dead, guys. James, NATO equals OTAN from Babylon. DJ? Hey, DJ. Oh, CBB is here. What's going on, CBB? Hold on. I just got the news that Madeline Albright is dead. Let's go see what's going on with Madeline Albright. Susan Jane is here too. Hey, James. Can you keep this video up so I can watch it when I get home from work? Thanks. Susan, simmer down. I just want to say I see all of my friends here and I miss all of you so much. I would hate if James lost his channel because I would lose all of you again, and that's not fair. James kills the NWO and laughs. Justin, simmer down. Everyone simmer down. Everyone on the ground now. We're going to do a COVID-19 update. On the ground, the dogs are coming through. My back is still broken. Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I have a bed to lay in it flat instead of the sidewalk. Jesus. I cannot know what the Hyperions. My tiny camper home is back. I watched Texas Storm Chaser live stream and radar when tornadoes hit Texas. Wow, it was very intense. They probably saved a lot of lives that night. My truck and my Unless you're part of Discord, we have a nice Jesus Christ, your back is broken. I go to Florida soon to finish forming a patient, and then it goes to Tesla. I set the bar real high this time. People are belly crawling. All right, stay down. Everyone down. Down, 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 down. Get on the ground. Well, it's good to see everybody. Disney staffers fear retaliation over don't say gay walkouts. That sounds like a bunch of heckadanza. Threatens more strikes unless firm stops building rides. Wait a minute. What are you guys talking about? Disney workers threaten more strikes unless firm stops building attractions in Florida, including a Guardians of the Galaxy ride and a Tron roller coaster, in protest of the state's so-called Don't Say Gay bill. The rides are just two projects that would be halted if the company caves into demands from its workers. The Guardians of the Galaxy ride is set to open this summer and features ride cars that rotate 360 degrees while they zoom down the track. The Tron Light Cycle Run Coaster is a version of a similar ride that opened at Disneyland Shanghai in 2016. Employees have been staging walkouts in protest of Disney's slow response to the Florida bill, which seeks to curtail in-class discussion of LGBTQ issues. Tuesday, over 100 people demonstrated in Glendale and Burbank, California. Organizers are calling for the entertainment conglomerate to halt all construction and investment in Florida until it's repealed. Don't say gay? What? The legislation, officially called the Parental Rights in Education Bill and expected to go into effect July, would ban classroom lessons on sexuality, gender identity, and sexual orientation in a manner that is not age appropriate. That seems set up to me. Okay, hold on. It's giving me a bunch of heckadanza. Just go to Drudge. This page has become unresponsive. Get out of it then. Kill it. Get out of here. It's all these fucking advertisements. That's what it is. It's all these shitty advertisements. Let's go see what's going on at the Drudge Report. I mean, the Zero Hedge. All right, so trading houses will collapse as margin call doom loop goes global. Make as much noise as possible. Close Putin ally warns nuclear dystopia is on the horizon if the United States destabilizes Russia. All right, so on the eve of the emergency NATO summit to take place in Brussels, for which Joe Biden has traveled to Europe, ex-president of Russia and close Putin ally Dmitry Medvedev has warned of potential for the coming nuclear dystopia, as The Hill reports, based on NATO pushing Moscow into a corner with crippling sanctions and attempts at global isolation. He charged the West in the Wednesday comments as seeking the end of our motherland, warning that the end game could be nuclear disaster if relations continue to unravel at this rate. Dmitry said deputy chairman of Russia's Secretary Council, who has previously served as the country's president and prime minister, wrote on a post on Twitter. Russian social networking site VK.com that Russia has been the target of the same mediocre and primitive game since the collapse of the Soviet Union. This means that Russia must be humiliated, limited, shaken, divided, and destroyed. Crucially, he said, in a scenario where the Americans succeed, here is the result: the largest nuclear power with an unstable political regime, weak leadership, a collapsed economy, and the maximum number of nuclear warheads aimed at targets in the United States and Europe. Meanwhile, the temperature on Russian media echoes Medvedev's ratcheting rhetoric. Visegrad24 says on the Dirty Bird, Putin's highest paid propagandist, Vladimir Soloviev, and his experts at Russia's largest TV channel send new threats. Nuclear strike against the EU. Invasion of Poland and Lithuania. The creation of a permanent land bridge from Belarus to Kaliningrad. Attack on the Suwalki Gap.
Вы получите ядерный удар по территории Европы в случае, если вы соберетесь там с какой-нибудь миротворческий контингент НАТО создать.
I don't know what you're saying. Please stop it. As described below, NATO also appears to be highlighting its military readiness posture in Eastern European allied countries, sending more troops near Ukraine, while at the same time vowing to not directly enter the conflict, according to the latest words of Jens Stoltenberg. Oh, Jens Stoltenberg? I know that guy. Some of the latest afternoon headlines are as follows. Mariupol mayor reportedly leaves the frickin' city. Russia has dug in. They're taking defensive positions. Renault suspends industrial activities in Russia. Russia's foreign ministry told the United States that any hostile actions against Russia will provoke a decisive response. The United States needs to consult allies on whether Russia should be allowed at the G20 finance minister meeting. I think this is the first major administration. Cancel. I think this is the first major admission of how taken aback Moscow was by Western sanctions. Larov, when they froze the central bank reserves, nobody who was predicting what sanctions the West would pass could have pictured that. It's just thievery. AFP news agency, China providing political support to Russia with blatant lies, NATO chief. This is a whole 9 yards here. Oh, geez. Okay. We're going to scan a couple more of these here. So, nuclear dystopia on the horizon if Russia is destabilized. And this guy is apparently the propagandist of Russia. Oh, great. That's all we need here is a nuclear freaking war. All right, Dr. Collins caught flat-footed by first questions on the takedown emails. The document noted that lockdowns had a devastating impact on the United States and other countries. Shanghai authorities urge calm amid surge in panic buying stoked by lockdown fears. Ooh. Online shopping platforms have collapsed under the strain, prompting many to complain on social media about being unable to fill their orders. A Navy veteran, 66, lives an American horror story since his arrest on January 6th. Seditious conspiracy charge. This is the lowest point in my life. Governor Gavin Newsom of California wants to give $400 debt cards to California car owners because Putin invaded Ukraine. Or is it because of the high gas prices? California Governor Gavin Newsom on Wednesday proposed an $11 billion package he says will help residents grapple with the most expensive gasoline in the country, which has soared statewide. $6 a gallon, $400 tax refund in the form of debt cards, which would only apply to the registered owners of vehicles, and would be capped at a maximum of $800 per person for those who own more than 2 vehicles. For those who don't own cars, Newsom said they would make the rail and mass transit free for 3 months. In a Wednesday statement, Newsom blamed the Russian invasion of Ukraine for the soaring prices. Couldn't have anything to do with you guys like blowing up gasoline and like all your little fucking rigmarole you guys are doing. All right, here's Gavin Newsom. $400 for each registered vehicle that an individual owns.
So today we're announcing a $9 billion tax refund to tens of millions of Californians. $400 for each registered vehicle that an individual owns, up to 2 vehicles. That direct relief will address the issue that we all are struggling to address, and that's the issue of gas prices, not only here in our state, but of course all across this country. This direct relief is on top of the $10+ billion that we have distributed over the last year with the Golden State stimulus. So all told, close to $20 billion of direct tax relief here in the state of California. And by the way, we're building on this direct tax relief by also providing the opportunity for transit agencies to provide upwards of 3 months of free public transit, and also accelerating efforts to increase in...
Tone it down. Tone it down, Governor. It's a green screen. What is this shit? Is this green screen? He looks green screened. Is this green screen? Here, I'll show you. It looks green screened to me. I don't know why. You be the judge. Is this green screen? Let's browse these images and let's pull it up for all the heckadanzas at home. Right here? Is that green screen? What's going on with that? Let me take a look at this here. I don't know. Oh, shit. Ah, damn it. Damn. Governor, I blame you for that. I just dropped my joint and fucked it all up. Governor, get out of here. Governor, get the hell out of here. All right. All right, get the hell out of here. Just run away now. Pentagon is scrambling to restock weapons sent to Ukraine as arms makers cash in. Got a lot of eyes on that one. Almost 25,000. Eat lentils? 1/3 of the United States workers make less than $15 an hour. Lentils and beans. China stands with Russia in controversial UNSC Ukraine resolution that doesn't reference the invasion. Chicago should brace for a cold winter. City council bans fossil fuel investments. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's what's her face? I forgot her name. She looks like a dude, kind of. According to a lawsuit, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot often claims she has the biggest dick in Chicago. Oh, God, Lord. With record commodity prices, rolling power shortages, widespread demand destruction and gas stations that are about to run out of diesel, Europe is learning the hard way why leaving your energy policy in the hands of a petulant Swedish teenager is a terrible idea. Now it's the turn of other liberal disaster zones. Chicago, Wednesday, just as the world is realizing that picking ESG over fossil fuels is a great idea until the electricity bill arrives, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot voted to ban city investments in coal, oil, and gas companies in an effort to combat the climate change. The measure was, of course, supported by the well-endowed Mayor Lori Lightfoot, ladies and gentlemen. Lori Lightfoot. Oh, God. Lori Lightfoot. Oh. Fucking traitor. In a lawsuit, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot often claims she has the biggest dick in Chicago. And Treasurer Melissa Conyers Irvin, who manages investments for the city as well as its pension funds and oversees $9 billion in assets, the city plans to create a list of companies that are coal, oil, and gas reserve owners. Ranked by potential carbon emissions, the treasurer won't invest in any city funds and will divest securities and other obligations of the companies on the list. While this may sound like a brilliant idea, no, it doesn't. Sounds like fucking Soviet fucking America. Sounds like we're in fucking Soviet America. Well, this may sound like a brilliant idea. No, it doesn't sound like a brilliant idea. It's a catastrophic idea over the long run because it's precisely the evil fossil fuel energy sector that is the only green sector in 2022 and will likely outperform the rest of the market in coming years as capital flows out of such ridiculous contraptions as ESG and into the only sector that keeps humanity warm and moving. In fact, even Bloomberg staffers are starting to make a run of the green virtue signaling that crippled Wall Street over the past 5 years, and which is now the most which has now cost most fund managers bigly as they all underperform the energy sector. Also, logic and reason do not work well in liberal fecal zones, best known for their record daily shootings among blacks, which the liberal media conveniently ignores because of Black Lives Matter, except when it comes to Chicago. And so instead of thinking at least 2 moves ahead, the city council ordinance came up with the perfect example of opposite day, warning that the consequences of climate change stand to make Chicago a less desirable place to live and work, negatively affecting the fecal zone, known as Chicago, affecting the fiscal and social health of the city. It said the divestment will take place as soon as practicable or in ordinance with the written investment policy. The nation's third most populous city is the latest government to take steps to wield its investment policy to fight climate change. 38 U.S. cities have divested from fossil fuel companies, according to the ordinance. Maine last year enacted a law requiring divestment from fossil fuels, the first U.S. state to do so. In other words, instead of being invested in names like XOM or PXD, which have soared in the past year, their retirees and public workers have their money invested in toxic garbage memes and growth stonks, which have lost more than 50% in recent months. What a shit show. What a shit show. This is what happens when... Beverly Hills smash and grab robbers steal millions of dollars of jewelry from the jewelry shop in Beverly Hills. Pharmaceutical companies expanding the mRNA technology to treat influenza. Oh, gosh. What a shitty world they're making. This is your new world order? This sucks. Gosh, this new world order sucks. Unlike other vaccines, influenza shots are administered yearly, yet often generally lower protection than most routinely recommended vaccines. From as low as 10% to as high as 60%, this season's flu jab was only 16% effective. Scientists had hoped to develop a universal flu vaccine that could fight against the many strains of the flu and given every 5 to 10 years, eliminating the need for annual shots. That's your hopes and dreams. Let's get to reality. They said it could take 8 to 10 years for the universal flu vaccine to be available, but go get your COVID-19 bullshit. Now major pharmaceuticals are hoping to change the shot's underwhelming protection and the current flu manufacturing process with the messenger RNA technology platform. If the companies are able to succeed in this, the new flu jabs could prove lucrative. Oh gosh, everybody's making money on a bunch of bullshit. Dr. Robert Malone, who helped invent the mRNA vaccine technology, said that flu shots are a significant commercial market in the United States. That's what this talks about the money behind it. We don't really care about what they do. I mean, the government wants to be able to ensure that they always have enough influenza capacity in case a bad thing happens. So the way that they do that is create market incentives for manufacturers to produce seasonal influenza vaccines. Even though we don't really need them, we're going to divest in oil. We're just going to put all your shit in. Yeah, it's all going to suck. Fortune Business Insights, offering market studies and consultation services, reported that flu vaccines generated about $6 billion in 2020, 6.6 in 2021, 6.6 billion, projected to grow to $11 billion in 2028. Coronavirus pandemic naturally impacted the routine immunization program and campaigns conducted a worldwide development. What is this? You guys fucking, what is this? Doing all kinds of fucking shit I've never heard. If we could just stop saying COVID-19 altogether, I'd be fucking okay with that. Let's get that on the legislative body. Let's vote on that. Did they vote on this no investing in coal? Or did they just pull that out of their ass and just say we're going to do it fucking Russian style? We're going to do it Soviet style. What was the fucking thinking behind that one? So people with their pension funds are going to fucking just, I mean, I don't know. They're going to invest in shit that's like taking a 50% drop over the... All right, we're good to go on that. Hey, buddy. Okay, Sequeous, one of the largest manufacturer of flu shots in the world, owned by CSL Limited, experienced a sales growth of its vaccine despite the pandemic, with the company's chief executive officer reporting total revenue of over $1.7 billion, up 30% at constant currency for the fiscal year 2021, and it was driven by the very strong sales growth in the seasonal influenza vaccines of some 41%. It's probably because you scared the shit out of the world with your coronaviruses, you motherfuckers. Everyone's going out there to get their fucking bullshit and fucking whatever. Oh, we just had a 41% incline. Oh, it's probably from all your fucking shitty media that's scaring the hell out of people. Literally. Like killing people. This could enable vaccine manufacturers to potentially develop a more effective vaccine. Let's get out of here what you guys hope to do, and let's just get down to brass tags. While Moderna's vaccine candidate may have shown it produced antibodies after 2 doses, it was not as robust in the older patients who were given the available one-time dose of the traditional flu vaccine from Sandloff Flonase. And a presentation of data to investors, Moderna shares tumbled 10% after a sharp sell-off of its shares the same day. In addition to the inferior antibody productions, all 3 various doses of Moderna vaccine elicited more adverse events compared to the placebo in both the 18 to 49 age groups and 50 and older. 100 microgram dose, which is the same dose used in the COVID-19 vaccine, Malone said that 90% of the people in the study developed adverse events compared to 30% in the control group. One of those adverse events, a large fraction of them was grade 3 out of 4, grade 4 being deaths or hospitalizations. So pretty close to killing people. Adverse effects. Let's get into the billions of dollars that you can make. Isn't that some sort of breaking the law if you're going to fucking use the media as a racket to just scare people into getting shit that they don't need, and that's probably going to wipe them out? Definitely track them. That's 100%. That's 100%. It has this tracking technology in it. So just put that shit in your blood. You can't ever get it out. Big stumbling block at safety. Lipid nanoparticles encapsulate the mRNA so it can successfully enter the cells, and has been shown to be highly inflammatory. Yeah, because those nanolipids, those fucking metal lipids, fucking coagulate in the heart and the brain and everything, and then fucking give you a stroke or whatever. You're gonna get that Wuhan wiggle and then pop right off. Dude, during that shit, that whole scare with all the coronavirus, this was like last year, in the mid section of the pandemic, I was going out, and fucking this fucking possum or this raccoon fucking came, and then it started acting like weird. I didn't know what exactly was going on, but it was like started to act weird, and I was like, oh, what's going on here? And that thing had the gnarliest stroke I've ever seen. And its fucking head was smashing the concrete and like vibrating the concrete. It was so loud. Just bam, bam, bam. A raccoon? Did the raccoon get the COVID-19? It definitely had the Wuhan wiggle. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And overall, the robust inflammatory milieu induced by the lipid nanoparticles combined with the presentation of the vaccine-derived peptides, protein outside the antigen-presenting cells, might cause tissue damage and exacerbate side effects. Because self-antigen presentation in an inflammatory environment has been linked to autoimmune disease development, this merits further investigation. Further investigation? If this was a murder fucking, like, mystery, like, the detectives would have all the fucking information they need. Oh, we're looking into it. Like, how much more looking into it do you want to do? It's always on this one ice cube. This is the Hawaiian orange mango or something like that. Man. It's not this one, but the orange pineapple. But this one is orange too. But this one's real good stuff. Right? But they make a nice little blend here. Pour a little cactus cooler in there. It was 86 degrees today over in Los Angeles. So we're getting on track with the summer. Summer's coming in. All right, let's get the weather update for here. Give me... Robot. What was the weather for Los Angeles today?
Tonight's forecast for Los Angeles is 66 degrees and clear.
66 degrees and clear. Right now it's 74 degrees in Los Angeles. It's sunny. Beautiful day. It looks like we got... Oh, no, that's just... that's every hour. No. Okay. Let's get the 10-day on Los Angeles. Okay, it says 58 degrees tonight. Clear to partially cloudy, low of 58. Winds light and variable. Mm-mm. 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 These tricky freaking advertisements. All right, so what do we have here, guys? 83 degrees. Some clouds in the morning will give way to mainly sunny skies for the afternoon. High of 83. Okay, maybe it wasn't 86. Maybe it was 82. It said 86, though. It said outside temperature 86 in the car. I'm like, what fucking 86? It's not 86, is it? All right, so here's the Wednesday night. We got clear to partially cloudy. We got 58, a low of 58 degrees. Winds are light. And that's something because the winds have been picking up around here. It's been kind of windy, you know, kind of annoying, the annoying wind. Okay, so tomorrow it's going to be a high of 83, so it's going up. Some clouds in the morning are giving way to mainly sunny skies for the afternoon. We got a high of 83, and we got some winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Great. 55 degrees on Thursday. Partially cloudy, low near 55 degrees, winds light and variable. Oh, what's this? Monday it might rain. So we got beautiful and sunny until Monday the 28th, and they're saying that's an 86% chance of rain. And then Saturday the 2nd, April 2nd, we have a really, really, really sunny day. I mean, super, super sunny. Was that today? Okay, so we got So what's today? Today's the 25th. Oh no, 25th? 25th is on Friday. Okay, this Friday. So this Friday we got 81 degrees and a low of 57. Okay, and then so this weekend is going to be great. This weekend is going to be great. But then on Monday, we have maybe some periodic rain, potential for heavy rain. Monday. Showers in the evening, and then cloudy overnight, a low of 51, winds light and variable, chance of rain 70%. So that's Monday night. And then Monday. Okay. So basically, we're going to have a great weekend, and then starting like Sunday night, might have some clouds. And then on Monday, we have rain. So Monday, we have rain. And then Monday night, we have rain. Okay? We got rain coming in. Light rain with changing to snow in southern Missouri. James, do you think they can control the weather from day to day? I mean, they advertised to countries like, they kind of were like, do you like not want to be hit with these things? And kind of like made it seem like they could like, you know, make it so all kinds of stuff that costs them money, like storms and things, they could stop that. And then from day to day, I think they can geoengineer some storms and then have it like, because like if you watch Mike Morales' channel, right? If you watch Mike Morales' channel, the best way to do the weather forecast these days, he keeps his eye on all the maps and the satellites and all that shit. And when they start like really spring and they do all the shipping stuff that's on the sea and they do the ship tracks and they do all of it, and like you could tell before an event, it's not always weather, it seems like. There's like different I mean, it's used in the weather. But what I'm saying is like spring sometimes, but not, I mean, most of the time when you see them spring, there's something coming as far as like a big storm or like they'll get like the low and the high, right? They'll get like two things that are like the bubbles. and then they'll have them locked in. And remember that one twister that was over Texas and it like stayed like a buzzsaw? Well, if you looked at the maps prior to that event, they were shifting around like all kinds of lows and highs, and they had everything like shaped right, you know? And then when this thing came in, it was like, okay, because there's these zones right here, like this high, like the high and then the low, and then you have it to where they perfectly do it. So this thing that's coming in like has nowhere to go because you see this bubble of like air pressure. And so they keep this air pressure, you know, and then they could use a storm, and then they could add to it, and they could totally like manufacture this storm that's already like kind of coming, you know, and who knows if they like what they did to like envelop it or whatever. But then they get the ball rolling, and it's like a snowball effect, and then they add to it, and they spray, and then they'll spray in front, and they'll do things, and they'll tweak it out, and they'll hit it with the little directed energy or whatever they're doing. But from day to day, I mean, I think they have to more like system to system. But they're doing it every day. So they are not controlling the weather, but they're definitely engineering the weather every day. Yeah, cloud seeding. And I mean, there was cloud seeding back like in the Vietnam War and stuff, but they didn't know how to like, you know, make it so it can move and everything. And then that kind of got the ball rolling, but they definitely do that like every day. Yeah, Dutch Sense is good. Mike Morales is my favorite. I mean, Suspicious Observers and Dutch Sense. I like Dutch. Suspicious Observers is like good for YouTube. He's like a YouTube guy. Like I'm a YouTube guy. But yeah, Dutch Sense I like. And I like Mike Morales. He's just like kind of real. He's like, I'm dying of cancer. I don't give a fuck. Let's check out the shit. You know, and he's like, let's check this shit out. I kind of like it, like rough around the edges. That's just my style, though. I kind of like the rough around the edges. I don't like too polished. You know what I mean? I'm always suspect of people that are too polished. That's just me, though. I saw a huge white chemtrail with the dark line next to it in NorCal coast 2 hours ago. They prep it to do something. We got the Ace Batuzzi on here. Ace Ventura. Ace Batuzzi. I've been expecting Mike Morales about the Nader attack, but nothing. They might have shut him down. They didn't shut Mike Morales down. No, he's still there. It's something underground news. It's not Munderground news. No, it's not Munderground. You're watching Munderground news. Oh, look at it. Still has my thumbnail as the truckers. Keep it. It's all good. Man, this cactus cooler is fucking bomb. I'm just kind of seeing what you guys are talking about here. As far as the earthquakes, I don't think they can manufacture earthquakes, but I think they could do shit just like everything. They could do shit with the twisters. I mean, we were looking at it, and up to that point, the buzzsaw one, I forget the name of it, but it was like a buzzsaw over Texas. And I mean, you know, you keep your eye on things, and you definitely notice they definitely mess with every storm. I mean, that's just a fact of life. I don't know. Yeah, so you got Dutch Sense, Suspicious Observers, and Mike Morales. I like them looking at the news. That's all they look at is the weather. I mean, not the news, the weather. And then Suspicious Observers does space stuff, or is that Suspicious Observers? Yeah, he does the space stuff and all of it. Dutch Sense is probably the best. Rob is saying that Mike Morales is the best weatherman. Yeah, I like him too. If you want an eye-opener about weather, watch the Mike Morales channel. It's about weather modification, but literally it's like, I mean, he doesn't do like a polished weather thing every day, but I'm saying for as far and as far as day to day, if you know like the storms, I don't know, like now if you look like we're getting rain on Monday and I don't really know. I mean, but usually like a big system comes in and then you have rain for a couple days or whatever. Those systems, if you look at them, you could see, and they're not hiding it. Like there's all kinds of things that are adding to it, and planes and spraying and all kinds of beaming and things. So, and then people could say, oh, maybe they're making it better, or whatever. I mean, personally, don't think that, but. So we have weather wars since 1958 or 59. I know you meant weather. You said winter, but I know you. We need the rain. Yeah, you know why we need the rain? Because like, oh, the drought or whatever. Why'd they release all that water in California? Because they're artificially droughting us. That's why. We get enough fucking rain to fucking last. Just like they engineered the fire shit with the brakes and everything in California. If you didn't want fire, then why do you mandate laws that put people at risk for fires? Because they want like paradise events. Sorry, it's too good. Icy pineapple orange. My God, it's so good. Man, I'd be a really good salesman for this cactus cooler. You guys should sponsor me. The cactus cooler. It's delicious. When's the last time you had a cactus cooler? Sometimes you just need an icy cactus cooler and everything's okay. Remember Newberry in Houston burning his furniture to stay warm with no power in the ice storm? I remember that. Light rain with changing snow. Access to Christ. Where's all your deep dives? Do you have any deep dives for us? You're making me thirsty. Oh my God, it's so delicious. I mean, it's refreshing. It's like the best thing. It's like refreshing. It's good. It's like smells good. Ugh. Oh my God. Are you gonna get a cactus cooler? You probably don't have any, but next time you're at the store, you're gonna be like, you know what? Let's get a 12-pack of that cactus cooler. Yeah, I want to check that out. Man, I should be sponsored by these people. I should. Damn it. I'd take them. If they were like, hey, listen, we're representative cactus cooler. Oh, yes. I'll do it. Cactus coolie? Hell yes. Pineapple orange blast. Man, oh man. Don't look at the ingredients. It's basically like sugar. Oh, well, that's why it's so good, isn't it? I mean, I used to like 7-Up, and now I'm like, nah, if there's a cactus cooler and a 7-Up in there, I always grab the cactus cooler and leave the 7-Up. So it's kind of sad because I've moved on from 7-Up. If you feel like a soda pop, if I get the 7-Up, I'm kind of disappointed now. I'm like, is there a cactus cooler? Yeah, you could put that on the chalkboard, like chalk one up for cactus cooler. It's a winner in 2022. It's coming back with a passion. The cooler and everything. Simmer down, Justin. What? When I see him drink juice, I don't know why, but I love it. You like watching me eat and drink. Cactus Cooler tastes like the 1980s vitamin C chewables, bro. Whatever. I haven't tasted the 1980s chewables, but Cactus Cooler is bomb, Justin. Okay? You're wrong in this one. If you're going against Cactus Cooler, you're getting struck down. Don't listen to Justin. Cactus Cooler is the bomb shit. Justin is just fucking mad. Hey, it tastes like vitamin C drops. No, this fucking tastes like the bomb shit ever. This is the best shit ever. Cactus Cooler with ice. French kiss your Cactus Cooler for me. I might. I French kissed some things before, some liquids. I don't know if that's the last time I think I French kissed the mango. The 7-Up or the 7-Eleven mango. That's a good one too. Anything with mango. They call it soda pop in Ohio. Over in Minnesota, they call it pop. They're just like, oh, do you have the pop? The pop? Give me some of that pop. 7-Up, crisp and clean, no caffeine. Hey, I like 7-Up too. What I'm saying is like 7-Up's bland compared to this bomb shit. I go through phases, and I'm in the phase of the Cactus Coolie. What do you got over here? Oh, access. We got a shooting in Glendale, Arizona. My. Access through Christ is on it, guys. Let's see what you got. Okay, what do you got? Hold on, it's not giving me the...
Ones. Maybe you have somebody who's been...
Back it up.
Maybe you have somebody who's been shopping in the...
Back it up. Back it on up.
Maybe you have somebody who's been shopping in the area or who is hunkered down. It says if you have loved ones, you're asked to go to the orange lot at University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where they're staging for details on what's going on out here. Big news if they don't have any suspects outstanding at this time. We've definitely had a shooter and at least 3 to 4 victims. Maybe you have somebody who's been shopping in the area.
They didn't give us any news. They're like, maybe if you have some loved ones. Wait, what's about the fucking news, though? What about the news? Like, what are you talking about? Several people shot at Tangier Outlets Shopping Center in Glendale, Arizona. A local news media outlet reported at least 3 children are shot. The shooter has not been captured by police. The mall is evacuating as a precaution. 3 children shot? This dude just came in and shot 3 kids.
Or who is hunkered down. It says if you have loved ones, you're asked to go to the orange lot at University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where they're staging for details.
This has nothing on the shooting. Wait, let's get the brass on the shooting. Shooting in Glendale, Arizona. Robot. Shooting in the Glendale, Arizona area. All right. Go to that one. Do we have videos? Give me some auditory. All right, just give me this without any sound.
response out there. Glendale police confirming at least one victim at this hour. It's unclear whether anyone has been arrested.
Our Nicole Grigg is also on scene, and she recorded video for us. She joins us in just a moment over the phone. We want to take a look at this video, though, that Nicole sent us first here, just showing some of the police presence and obviously an ambulance arriving there. Nicole, I know you're on the phone here. What's the situation out there right now? We know businesses have been locked down.
Steve, well, I'm right outside the parking lot, just outside the Banana Republic store, and it's very chaotic out here right now. I can tell you personally, I saw two people being put into ambulances. One was a woman, another was a man. They were both put on a stretcher. They both had gunshot wounds, taken by ambulance just a few minutes ago. You know, I'm just on one side of the outlet, but just looking down in the distance, I can see police presence each way. Now, this is happening at the Tanger outlet across from the Westgate Entertainment Center. I can tell you that where I'm at, a police officer came up to me and told me where I am, that the scene is actually still active. One man here told me that multiple people are inside.
A police officer came to me and told me where I was at.
These stores hiding right now, but that's what I can tell you right now. Dozens of people standing out here in the parking lot trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Again, police telling me less than 10 minutes ago that this is considered still an active situation. They did not provide any other details, only asking us to use caution where we are.
Nicole, we know the Tanger outlets are there off the 101 and Glendale. Can you give us a better idea of within that mall area where the most active situation is going on right now?
Well, where I came up off of, it was just right across from Westgate off of 95th Avenue. The stores that I'm looking at would be the Coach outlet, the Michael Kors outlet, Banana Republic, Gap Factory.
All right, stop plugging all these fucking places. 5 people have been injured in the Arizona shooting 21 minutes ago. Glendale, Arizona, 3 people, including at least 1 young child, were shot. Wait a minute, I thought 3 children were shot. Wait. Didn't it say 3 children? Is that a lie? At least 3 children are shot. 3 people, including at least 1 young child, were shot and wounded Wednesday at an outlet mall in Phoenix, suburb of Glendale. One of the victims had life-threatening injuries. The shooting was an altercation between 2 groups of people that turned into a fight and then a shooting, said Glendale police officer Tiffany Nagulalula. She did not say if anyone was arrested, but said there was no continuing threat to the public. We're still sorting out how many victims, how many potential shooters there are, but we do not believe that there is anyone else outstanding. Nagula said that she was unsure if the young child was critically injured victim. Hundreds of people who fled as gunfire erupted, as well as nervous friends and relatives who rushed to the scene, were lined up in the parking lots near the mall hours after the shooting. The mall and surrounding businesses remained on lockdown as police searched and cleared stores where people took cover. Nagololula said officers still had hundreds of people to interview, a task that would likely last long into the night. Officers from around the region responded after reports of gunfire erupted around 2:40 p.m. in an outdoor courtyard at the Tangier Outlets, a mall in the bustling entertainment district of Phoenix. The mall is across from a parking lot from a Westgate Entertainment District and a few streets away from the Arizona Cardinals football stadium and Arizona Coyotes hockey arena. Police at a checkpoint in the mall's parking lot could be seen stopping motorists and inspecting the trunks of vehicles exiting. At another location, yellow crime scene tape was strung outside the mall entrance. Governor Doug Ducey said he was monitoring the situation. Once again, Arizona law enforcement officers demonstrated courage in keeping our community safe, Ducey wrote on Twitter. The shooting comes nearly 2 years after a gunman injured 3 in a rampage at Westgate. 20-year-old suspect in the shooting, Armando Hernandez, reportedly walked through the entertainment district, returned to his car to make a social media video, and loaded 3 rifle magazines. Glendale police said the gunman filmed the attack while holding a cell phone with his left hand and blasting away with his right hand with a rifle. Hernandez has pleaded not guilty to the case, scheduled in June to be a trial. So we don't even know if whatever here. Oh. So that's what's going on over there. All right, we got a shooting over there in Arizona. I'm not sure if there was 3 children or 1 children was reported. It says right here in a tweet by Glendale, Arizona News 3 that 3 children were shot. So I don't know. We're getting conflicting information here. Shooting in Glendale, Arizona. All right, did you guys sort this all out? Let's go to Fox 10. 5 people have been hurt, including 1 child. So it wasn't 3 children. Let's see what this officer is saying here. This is the Fox.
I hated sticking my fingers.
I hate when you do that. Glendale police are investigating a shooting that injured 5 people, including a child, at an outlet mall in the Westgate Entertainment District this afternoon. The call came in around 2:40 at the Tangiers outlets. A fight between 2 groups of people who turned it into a shooting. A man and woman were at the outlets with a child, and while there, the man, who was armed, got into a fight with a group of other men that he knew. The woman and man and the child were all injured in the shooting. 2 juveniles from the other group were also hurt. All injuries are non-life-threatening. No suspects are believed to be outstanding, as Nagululula says investigators believe there were 2 shooters among the groups. Authorities searched businesses twice, and they were taken off lockdown at 5:45 p.m. Police also say this wasn't an active shooter incident and was isolated. To reunite with loved ones, police advised those who were evacuated from a shopping center to meet at State Farm Stadium, Red Lot. Governor Greg Ducey said on Twitter, "We're working closely with the Glendale, Arizona Police Department to monitor the situation at Tangiers outlets. I support law enforcement. Our prayers are with everybody. Other shootings have happened in the area. This is not the first shooting that has happened in the area in recent years. May 2020, a shooting in the area left 3 people hurt. Suspect identified as 20-year-old Armando Hernandez Jr. said he had been bullied and wanted to gain respect. He was subsequently indicted on 39 different charges, including attempted first-degree murder, disorderly conduct, endangerment, criminal damage, and other alleged weapons-related offenses. Another shooting happened in the area in December 2020. At the time, police officials said 2 people got into a fight. That is when the vehicle struck the 21-year-old, and then he pulled out a gun and started firing. Moments later, another man reportedly started shooting. A second vehicle pulled up, which had a 32-year-old male inside the car. He fired rounds at the original shooter, the 21-year-old male, and he struck the 21-year-old male. That 21-year-old male fired rounds back at the 32-year-old male. The shooting broke out just across the Westgate Entertainment District, March 23rd. Oh, this is the first one. Okay. AFP has responded to assist Glendale, Arizona police to investigate. We're working closely with the Arizona to monitor the outlets and the things that are going on, the updates. Shooting at Tangiers outlets near 95th Avenue in Glendale. At this time, we have at least 1 victim. We're asking all businesses to lock down and people to stay out of the area. Media staging will be at Cabela's parking lot. Cabela's parking lot or whatever. North and southbound Glendale ramp. Loop 101 Agua Fria is closed due to law enforcement activity. shooting at the Tangier outlets near 95th Avenue in Glendale. At this time, we have at least one victim. We're asking all businesses to lock down and people to stay out of the area. Okay. So we got a shooting going on over there. We got a shooting going on over there. Thanks, CBB. I see all that right there. You got to put a dot. PayPal.me. PayPal.me. DJ is giving me the old numerology of the 666 Fox. Close these borders. Oh, Planet X Watcher is here. Planet X Watcher, what's up with the Planet X? Since you watch it and all. This is why I don't go out to urban areas for recreation. I don't even think this is an urban area. Gang bangers, Planet X is saying. How convenient it was by the Banana Republic. You'll love this video. A man stops looter is handled. Will I love it? Let me see it. I'll check on it. Let's see. It looked green. I am way bigger than you and I'll fuck you up. Caught on camera. Man wrestles, body slams suspected shoplifter. I don't see a video. Damn it. This is a news article. Where's the video? Access to Christ. Hate until I make you mine. No, this is not it. Access. There's no video here, hun. Caught on camera. All right, let's go to this fucking one. Caught on camera. Man wrestles, body slams suspected shoplifters at California Walgreens. All right, here's the video. You got to go to another thing. We click on the looks like an article about, a story, and then that'll bring you to the video. Let's see this stinking video. So this is at Walgreens in California. Oh, wow. This guy picked. Shut that down. You can skip this ad in 10 seconds. Ah, great grandmother. All right, skip it.
What appears to be shoplifting at Walgreens isn't exactly uncommon these days in the Bay Area.
Putting it all in his backpack.
But
putting it in his backpack, he says.
What is?
Waiting for this guy to walk out.
Waiting for this guy to walk out with all this stolen stuff. Wait, you film while you film me.
The stolen stuff. Oh, can we film me?
A man who requested we only use his first name of Kevin, taking matters into his own hands.
This is a time you can make an impact, make this happen. I seized him from leaving the store and then threw him to the ground.
The incident, which happened on a Saturday afternoon, quickly escalates.
So this guy is fully on top of him.
I'm way bigger.
I am way bigger than you and I'll fuck you up. I am placing you under citizen's arrest.
I'm placing you under citizen's arrest.
The struggle ensues for more than 2 minutes.
Please leave me alone!
Please leave me alone!
Leave me alone!
Kevin can be heard asking bystanders to call police and also blames the man for increasing prices.
You did something to me. You're making these prices go up.
The suspect then starts yelling out to a friend.
He kept calling for his friend, and I thought he was fibbing.
But he wasn't. And moments later, a sedan pulls up. A man in blue walks toward the store.
And he came behind me and tried to get me into a headlock.
That's your boy?
Whoa.
Then I picked him up by the groin and threw him to the ground.
Kevin loses his shoes during the struggle. Both suspects run to the getaway car nearby.
Should I record the car?
Alameda police tell me if you witness a crime and can record it safely, then great. But to get involved can open yourself up to litigation. Plus, if a business doesn't cooperate with the investigation, is it worth inserting yourself?
I could have been charged with assault, and I may be charged with assault. It's infuriating. We all kind of are realizing Northern California, little soft cities like this,
According to police, the stolen merchandise was recovered and Walgreens did not seek prosecution. The big question for Kevin? Would you do this all over again if you had the opportunity?
My mom will kill me. My friends will kill me. Yeah, I'd do it all over again.
He's body slamming this dude. Let's get a screenshot of that. Let's get a screenshot of that. Damn. Go back here and get a screenshot.
Friends will kill me. Yeah, I'd do it all over again.
Again, pause it. Oh, no. Pause it. Damn. I didn't pause it right. I'm through here.
Again if you had the opportunity.
My mom will kill me. My friends will.
He body slams this dude. Let's get a nice capture of that. You guys can click on it. I don't know. It looks edited. I don't want to get a copyright strike. But I'll give you a picture of it. Let's browse it. Let's browse it! Damn it. I feel like another Cactus Coolie. You guys want another Cactus Coolie? Man, look at him. Yeah, get on the ground. He's like, yeah, I'd do it again. He's like, I kind of felt like just fucking this guy up. I mean, they're not going to really... I mean, you're doing it for Walgreens corporate, so I mean, come on. You're doing it for Walgreens corporate and their conglomerate of misery. All right, Kevin. All right, Kevin saved the day. This guy seemed like handicapped in the head. He's like, I like punishment. All right, bro. I don't know. You're body slamming like a fucking kind of semi-retarded guy. I mean, I don't know. What's happening with Ukraine and Russia? You should have got here fucking earlier, Tiffany, with your mouthy mouth. We covered that shit. Now we're not. We've moved on. Get here on time. That guy was a Karen. Incorporated. Not U.S. this time. It's called the Hostile Takeover. Oh, God. Hold on. That chat is... Oh, this one's better here. Okay. All right. A dude comes into the store with no hands and you better keep your eye on him. California's the land of the hero. Wait, Caffeine Soldier saying what? California's the land of the hero is the criminal. Okay. What's happening in Ukraine and Russia? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Why don't you give me some news? No, I don't want to know about your cookies. Give me some news. Man, this cactus cooler is delicious. Oh, man. Cactus cooler, can you rep me? Can I be a representative? Man, I'll help you sell these damn things. All right, thank you, Access to Christ. All right. What is that? Oh, yeah, it's Access to Christ. Is Access to Christ the only one who gives me bomb news? By the way, Access to Christ, I was watching some of your live streams when I was in YouTube jail. And then I catch you. Well, like when it says Access to Christ is streaming, I go over there. I sometimes don't say anything in chat, so I just wanted you to know. One of those viewers was me, just sitting and watching you, and observing and studying. Ice cream, cookies, Nasara. All right, give me some more. We're out. I got cookies and cheesecakes and I got ice creams. Man. No ice cream. No, hot cookies. Hot cookies. I love hot cookies. I'll eat all the crumbs. All right, guys. You guys are giving me crumbs.